Alrighty, folks, we've got 6 o'clock. We've got 6, so we're going to start here momentarily. Mr. Adjutant, are we ready to go digitally? All right, awesome. The officers will now take their respective stations. Unauthorized guests will kindly retire and the guard will close the doors. By the power and authority vested in me, I'm about to open post 921 for the transaction of any business that may lawfully come before it. Officer of the day, satisfy yourself that all present are entitled to remain. Uncover, the chaplain will now offer the opening prayer. Parade rest.
Bow our heads. O sovereign ruler of the universe, who art the Lord of hosts and God of peace, without thee our efforts are in vain. Continue thy blessing upon us and our families, we pray thee, and guide us during our deliberations. We beseech thee, O God, to bless the dependents of our departed comrades and to comfort all those who gave their loved ones to our national cause. Bless and strengthen the sick, the needy, and the afflicted. Bless, yes, we ask thee, the children and families and staff of our national home, and help us to fulfill our duty toward them. Continue thy favor upon our order, and help us to practice the spirit of true comradeship, both in our council and with the world at large. Enable us to better the community in which we live through our devotion to duty as citizens. We'll now have a moment of silent prayer for our departed comrades and for those missing in action and those held as prisoners of war. All these and all other necessary blessings we ask of thee, mighty ruler of the universe. Amen.
Attention, cover. Comrades, you will join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to the United States, to the flag of the United States of America. Present arms. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Two. As I was. 1. Thank you. And I'll use that to say, as you can see, Commander Cote is not here. Your senior vice is going to try his best to get us through this meeting. So in that vein, comrades, we are assembled again to transact business of mutual benefit. Do not let petty jealousies or trivial personalities influence our deliberations. Let us uphold always the obligations of unselfish comradeship and loyalty to our organization and government of the United States of America. I now declare post 921 duly open for transaction of business. Guard, will you admit any in waiting who may be worthy? All right, moving forward. The objects of the Veterans of Foreign Wars are fraternal, patriotic, historical, and educational. To preserve and strengthen comradeship among its members, to assist worthy comrades, to perpetuate the memory and the history of our dead, and to assist their widows and orphans, to maintain true allegiance to the government of the United States of America and fidelity to its Constitution and laws, to foster true patriotism, to maintain and extend the institutions of American freedom, to preserve and defend the United States from all enemies. All right, moving on. Let's see, introduction of visitors. Okay, so new member not been sworn in, is that correct? All right, wonderful. Glad to have you. What was your name, sir? Robert? Awesome. And branch of service? Army? Wonderful. And so we're gonna get to have you been voted in, or is this your first meeting? You haven't been voted in. Okay, thank you. Apologies. Okay, perfect. So we'll manage through that expectation here in a minute. Do we have other visitors?
Benjamin Lampkin, sitting from the Sultan Post. Check on my ears. Yeah, they're still wet, because I was just.
Brand new commander.
Hey,
Post commander.
we're glad to have you here, sir. Welcome aboard.
One question.
Yeah.
Sure, is your last name Blake?
Thank you.
All
I
right.
want to take out my list here in breakfast. All right.
And I think we've got one more distinguished guest.
State surgeon.
Good to see you, sir. Thanks for coming.
And to bring him here because he's, as the new Sultan Post commander, he hasn't had an opportunity to see how a normal, sounds bad, but
It's fair.
it's like a traditional VFW post meeting goes, and out of all the posts in the district, I think your post has the most consistency in meetings and with the use of electronic media as well. Yeah, do you guys do it online as well, or is it just strictly presentation? Okay.
Yeah,
so-
I'm streaming right now via Teams, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so all aspects. So I figured he can see everything, take back what he's learned and apply what he can at this point, and also get off on a commander. So, yeah.
We're here to support, sir. All right, I don't see any other visitors. And so recognizing past post commanders, I see Otis Wolf. Sir. And anyone else? I see a gentleman just joining us. Come and grab a seat, sir.
Jim.
Welcome in, Jim. All right, I think and Elmer is not in attendance, so. Yes, yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so now we'll do membership or not membership, attendance, roll call. Thank you.
Advancing roll call. Commander Chris Cote,
Absent?
Excuse.
Excused.
Senior Vice Commander Tom Greengreen,
Present?
Junior Vice Commander Carton Plus. Here. Myself, Quartermaster Stanley Hornbrook, Chaplain Dan Humphreys.
There.
First year trustee Otis Wolf.
Here.
Second year trustee James Hampton.
Present,
Online?
Yep.
Excellent.
online,
Third year trustee Eric English.
Here.
Adjutant Brian Corneal.
Here,
Service Officer Bruce Krieger.
Here.
Glad to have you back. Judge Advocate, that's vacant. Okay, the double position of Tom Green as surgeon.
Present?
Okay, all present and accounted for.
Thank you. All right, reading and referring to membership applications. Do we have any? Nope. And I didn't hear from Matt Hemmerly, so moving forward.
Now the ones that we voted for yesterday are going to be put in starting this month because we have already had made the quota, so.
Correct.
It's a strategic request from the council.
Correct. So our quartermaster is describing those that we voted in last month. Yep.
if I remember correctly, there was a couple of applicants that didn't have their DD 214 to verify.
I didn't hear anything back from,
Balloting, I think we can move past.
again.
Muster Union of Recruits will move past. Reading of the minutes. The minutes are posted on our YouTube channel. They're the videos essentially from this live stream. So I don't believe we need a motion for that. Quartermaster report.
For June 2025 disbursements and receipts. On our disbursements, we have $124.37 for our monthly Domino's Pizza Feast that we're going to have after this meeting too. We have the VFW National Members Payments, which is $60 for new members. And then we have Lisa Siegler, the $1,500 scholarship payment that went out. And the Microsoft 365 environment monthly payment, which is $1,368, totaling $1,698.05. Not a whole lot of activity.
It's point where her name was Hannah Siegler. We didn't write the check to Lisa Siegler, did we?
And then Chris,
I have.
presented it.
If I gave it to Chris, if,
We presented the check to her at Snohomish High School. I didn't actually look at the check,
okay,
but it doesn't say Lisa, does it? Because she can't cash it.
well, I don't remember. I can look it up because I have.
If the check has been cashed, then you made it out to Hannah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll have to deal with that if it comes that way. All right. Okay, so, well, thanks for bringing that up. We'll look into that. I can tell you shortly. Wells Fargo Savings, there's no activity. Next on our receipts, the National VFW Annual Membership Payouts, $24. And I think when I put this together, these are estimates because it's the first. I don't have any statements to work with, so all these are just
Projected.
estimates. And I think we had another payment that went in and you might be able to add another $8 to that. Or something like that. So, next slide. Wells Fargo checking. The estimate is $3,601.48. And that's a decrease of $1,674.05. Wells Fargo savings is $10,945.51. That's an addition of 10 cents. And that is the estimated interest from Wells Fargo. Petty cash on hand, we have $165. And the estimate for the Morgan Stanley money market is $111,000, $623.91. So that is an increase of $3,981.00. So it, I think the economy, the equities are moving back to where they were after that big tariff scare. And I think, we're sailing now back again. And that is the quartermaster report. And I have one request and something we might want to vote for. I'm requesting that maybe we move this meeting to maybe the second week of the month, because when things are at the first Tuesday of each month, a lot of times it's like the first or second, and I don't have the statements. I don't have, all the information. So if we have like an audit, I can't provide the audits, monthly reports, because I'm not sure of that. If we have it on like the second Tuesday a month,
Can't have it on the second Tuesday, that's the Legion,
well, maybe the third Tuesday.
it's their building.
And then the second reason is, you know, we have, activity with the city of Snohomish Council. And, you know, sometimes we kind of want to see and be involved to see what's going on in the Snohomish Council. So those are two reasons. And, you know, the thing is, you know, when it's so early like that, and we got to get a quartermaster report out and everyone sign it. Well, it's going to have to wait to the following month all the time.
You bring up good points, quartermaster, and so we will, as an executive team, discuss that. Clearly, we need to make sure the post is on board with that. And so if we were to move forward, it would be after it comes on an executive team meeting. And so good points. We'll table that for now.
Yeah, the other thing is, you know, I'm having one day to work this too, or, you know, I might not be available that day, so I might not even have stuff like this to present.
That's
All
right.
right, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Reading of the report of service officer.
Activity, I'm glad to say.
Is there a comrade or the family of a comrade in distress? Yes, and so to that point, I spoke with Comrade Wolf because our past post commander Elmer Johnson did not attend convention like he said he would. And so he had a family, a medical emergency. And so at this point, I would entertain, so long story short, he hurt himself. And so it might be nice for the post to support someone who's given so much to the post. And by way of a little one-legged wheelchair type dealio while he rehabs, perhaps a temporary ramp as well. And so I'm bringing this up because he's at home, he needs support. I don't know how the post feels about supporting someone in that such a fashion. Yes, Otis.
Nothing. A one-wheel thing isn't gonna work. His bone went out the front of his shin. I've got pictures in my phone. Compound fracture. Elmer went up, I called him up from Yakima. I said, "Are you here?" He said, "No, I fell off a ladder a week and a half ago." Of course, my first reaction is, what are you doing on an effing ladder? Figure eight. Anyway, he went up, leg went through the ladder. I got pictures if anybody want to see. His bone came right out in the front of his leg. The other one is abraded really bad. He's not gonna, a one-legged, one of those little carts ain't gonna work because he can't lay on it. I haven't talked to him since I got back, but he was on his way to this doctor. If we end up helping him any, we'll check and see, maybe a temporary ramp but his house is pretty flat entry. It may be trying to get a cart.
Comrade English has something?
Hey, Otis, Commander Coach Hay reached out to me and let me know what was up. So I reached out to them. Him and his wife, Dean, did most of the translating. So we got 2 pocket ramps in the shed behind the shop. And we have that, the little go-kart thing we got from, Post 2100.
Oh, we got one.
We do have one, but it needs batteries. So I reached out to Mobile down in Maltby. I talked to Mr. Garcia, and he's in the process of getting me a set of batteries, and that's where we're at for that. So once I get the batteries, and hopefully none of the circuit boards or anything else, but it's very much like the one we sent to your front through the commissioner in Snohomish. So the one thing we don't have is the lifting and stowing capability that goes into the hitch. Is the one that we sent to.
Let me check with.
We should have one at 2100.
Let me check with 2100.
You can do that. I'll take care of the rest.
Well, yeah, I'll check with them. That's it, the team. And I love it.
Comrade English, do we need an NCE for the battery or anything? Or you?
He doesn't charge us anything. He's a lawyer from Afghanistan veteran. He's the gentleman that has supplies with parts in the past.
What?
Are you saying his bone broke the skin?
Huh?
You're saying Elmer's.
Yeah, with a
broken
compact
skin.
fracture.
You're just confirming that I'm hearing.
Yes, yeah, yes, both come out through the front of it.
Oh, you should share that with me. I should stream it. It looks pretty nasty. It's pretty gangster. It's a bad break.
Oh, and one of the texts Elmer sent me was, this is what happens when you don't listen to your 8-year-old grandchild and he's taking pictures of this gross place.
So thank you everyone for, supporting Elmer in the different ways we have. Is there anybody else that needs, is there another comrade or family member of a comrade in distress?
On that note, did the post incur any expenses with him projecting to attend the state convention that
No,
we would have to cover, or?
Good point.
well, he paid, I'm not sure if he canceled his room. I know I used his meal, he'd already bought the banquet. Dan and his wife came over. It was Dan and his wife, Maria, and I. So I used Chris's ticket and Elmer's ticket so they could go to the banquet. So if you want to reimburse Elmer and Drew for their tickets, we don't have receipts, but
How does the post feel about that? Open for discussion. Now's the time, I suppose.
Commander, I move to reimburse the two individuals for their costs.
I have a first, you have a second? I have a second. All right, any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? All in favor, vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed, vote no. All right, it passes unanimously.
then $45 to
Please give me the,
Drew and $45 to Elmer.
All righty. Thank you so, Comrade Quartermaster. Moving on to the report of all committees. Poppies?
Your command, Senior Vice Commander. I was not here. I apologize. Fellow post members, I wasn't here last meeting, which would have been the meeting right after our Veterans Weekend Poppy Drive. I'm pretty wrapped up in the PSC negotiation, which I know there's a few people here that know what that means. And the para ladies are on a rampage. So I always make up these thank you cards. This will be taken to the 4 establishments that we utilize, which are Hagen's, Safeway, the Do It Center, and Fred Meyer here in Snohomish. So if you guys could sign them, get them back, and then I'll switch them and bring them back. We'll sign them again. It just shows our appreciation for them allowing us to conduct our information booths in that way. And I'm glad that the new Surgeon General is here because he was a big part of that. That was a very, very busy weekend. And we had a lot of shifts to fill and we only had to decline 2 of them. We made a little bit over 9,000 profit for us. I think the gold bar post pulled in about 1,500.
I think so, yeah.
Yep, and then the auxiliary was 300 or 400. So we'll just keep it up. Next time we're gonna come around, will be around Veterans Day. And one of the with our information booth this time, we collected 10 people that are interested in becoming members. Of those 10, we got 2 here last meeting, which put us over the top for All-American. I'm sure they didn't want to hear my Superposed of America thing, but anyways. And we still have 8 left that are interested. I reached out to them again yesterday. They're busy, so hopefully they'll be here in August, but they'll start coming through. But other than that, I just want to say thanks and thank you for the support of standing those shifts. So.
Chief, you get stick, writing stick for these guys?
Yes, I do. You see them waving them around. All right, that's all I got.
All right, well, let's give them a round of applause again. Great job. And most importantly, great job following up on the potential new members. That's great work.
I was approached by a few people when I was doing my poppy shift, about asking about electronic payments. Is that something we could possibly work on, for Veterans Day?
Yes, we can. My better half supports us quite well. She's not ready to become a member yet, but she helps us quite a bit. She uses that same, where they do the scan deal.
Yep.
She uses that for her patients when they come in to her Ballard post. So she is getting me smarter on how to work it where it shouldn't cost us any money. So that is in work, and we're getting more and more people coming up to the table and wanting to donate that way. So yes.
Give me that.
Well, great point.
Okay. I got from my kids.
All right, moving on to the adopt a unit committee. And so, our adjutant's gonna move to the next slide here. So, oh, sorry.
You're aware, we had multiple donations, the electronic methods when I was meeting at booth. So that's something you wanna, definitely wanna look at, because $20, $30 is spent on veteran.
And when she did explain it to me, it is pretty painless. I thought it would be a big household.
Good point, thank you. All right, moving to the adopt a unit committee. So in front of you, you have some photos from the recent annual training. They were working hard down in Fording, Washington. And so a number of us from the adopt a unit committee went down and visited them on their military wellness and recreation day down there. That was wonderful. Thanks for all those who attended. Furthermore, they recently had a change of responsibility. Our very own Comrade Strom recently retired as their first sergeant. That responsibility's changed over. And in that vein, their change of responsibility, family day, they had a number of end of annual training all coalesced on this previous weekend. So we were, per the adopted budget, allowed to support them with $750. And so I would like to make a motion that we reimburse their the Soldier and Family Readiness Group lead, Nicole Cornell, for $760 instead of $750. And so.
Comrade Commander, I second the motion.
Thank you. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? All those in favor, vote aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, vote nay. All right, passes unanimously. Quartermaster, thanks for getting me that check later. In that vein, as you know from last month, the unit's deploying. It still hasn't been put on officially where they're going. We don't know because of OPSEC. Until there's a press release, we're not gonna know. And so all we can do is support when we know when they're going and where they're going. They're going where shouldn't matter. We should know only they're going. Okay. Furthermore, the Armory, as you all know, has still been doing that whole addition renovation. All that information is on the city permit portal. They're excited. The unit was telling me they're anticipating, per the Washington National Guard bigwigs, next year. And so here we are in our second year. I really appreciate you all supporting the committee as they've had to drill in Camp Murray, 80 miles south. And so let's keep the momentum until they're back, and it's much easier to support them like we used to, okay? Does anyone have anything for adopt a unit? All right, moving on. Programs, we've got Voice of Democracy, Patriot Pen, Youth Essay.
I'll cover the essays portion. The Voice of Democracy and Patriots Pen, their theme this year is how are you showing patriotism, support for your country? And the youth essays are how I respect the American flag. I have Tom update our post website. So the links on there are correct and go to the right spot. They've been wrong last year. And so people had a hard time finding us, and Brian's going to get it on Facebook, and I'll work with getting these to the schools when school starts again.
Wonderful, sir. Anybody have any questions about our essays, competitions?
Were those flyers in that text thread?
Yeah, I copied them and the link.
In the email, yeah.
Yep, gotcha.
All right, next we've got Teacher of the Year, Scout. law enforcement, fire safety, EOD.
Team Commander on EOD. At the state convention, the chairman stood in front of the entire Department of Washington and said, well, we had 16 posts out of the entire department that entered law enforcement firefighter and 0 EOD. Terry Stinson, District 1 Commander, turned around at me and I went red-faced, and because we, out of the entire Department of Washington, submitted one, and somehow they missed it. But Comrade James, our new state commander, is on it, so we'll get it straightened out.
After that, sir. And I'll just make note of that. We're all volunteers here. None of us get paid. We're allowed mistakes. Okay, that's important. Every one of us should want to get involved. Get involved how you want and take leadership, take control. It's the only way this gets done. Membership chair, Matt Hemmerly, he's on orders right now. I haven't heard anything. We don't have any new applications, so we're going to move forward. All right, at this point, we're at Remember Our National Home, which means I got to do something. 1 second.
Okay, 2 wrap.
Yeah. Remember Our National Home. All present will rise. Attention, uncovered. Parade rest. Comrade Chaplain, you will ask divine blessings upon our national home for children.
God, we ask by a divine blessing on the children, families, and staff of our National Home for Children in Eagle Rapids, Michigan. May your spirit dwell with them forever, giving them health and guiding their lives. Help us to always be faithful to our fallen comrades by providing support for their families. We ask in your holy name. Amen.
Amen. Attention, cover. All right. Unfinished business. All right, so unfinished business, what we've got now is our Veterans Picnic slated for August 23rd, 2025. The chair of that committee is Scott Schaefer. Scott, do you have anything, sir?
I have August 23rd, 1 p.m., beer, hot dogs, hamburgers, cornflakes. That's as far as I've gotten. I apologize for my absence last few months. The job that pays me has been keeping me busy shit this year. I could use some help from anyone who wants to get involved to promote this event. I'm traveling every single week between now and that week until that week of that event. So I guess kind of tight. My time is limited. But as far as I know, we haven't gotten the word about this picnic to anyone other than people. Sneeze off the ball. I apologize.
So it sounds like you're asking for support from the adjutant to put it on social media. And then maybe day of, do you need folks to help? Is that what, and do we, so.
Set up, and we appreciate anyone who wants to help out with. It can be pretty simple. Burgers, dogs, beer.
I see one hand raised.
Amanda, I live at the park, so I can start very early over there.
That's wonderful. Thank you for supporting him. Does anybody else have any willingness to support, help throughout the day? I've got Bruce, yes? Yeah, good, sir. Thank you.
Or anyone who wants to attend, or who is this open to?
Veterans.
It's veterans. Yeah, it can be like to help get recruitment, right? And also for us for camaraderie, right? So no matter what, it can be a positive thing, whether no one shows up but us, at least we can get to know each other better. And so if you have ways that you can help, please get with Scott after this. That way this can be as successful as possible. Anybody have anything else, or we're moving on? All right, moving on. Thank you for helping on the committee, everyone. Moving to new business. Machias Community Cemetery cleanup schedule.
Well, I get the financial report for the cemetery, which is, we had a starting balance of 76,320.79, ending balance of $76,114. We gain loss, we had 79, utilities, the power bill was 60.25. Gas for the mowers, 36.65. And Harbor Freight, Daryl went to Harbor Freight, and got his tools for our tool shed at the cemetery because, you know, me running back home all the time grabbing tools didn't work and we wanted some there. So total expense is $206.79. Now, as far as cleanup, we need help. There's the president and 3 trustees. We can't keep that thing up, the 3 of it. I don't have time. Personally, I'm involved with the state level of the VFW and the district level. So we need to get a schedule. If anybody's got time and would like to volunteer to help, it's starting to look like done again because we just don't have the body. It needs to be mowed, there's weeding needing to do, clean up. So anybody who can give some time. We took this on as a post, not as 4 of it. We need to get some help. See Daryl and Joe, see about getting a schedule, a calendar, make arrangements for one of us with an E, to let people get in, to get to the equipment, check them out on the equipment. But I'm just saying, we need help. This ain't a 4-man operation. There's a lot of acreage there that needs to be maintained, and we want to maintain it nice. Otherwise, we're going to end up having to hire somebody, pay somebody, and that was part of the discussion when we, as a post, agreed to take on ownership of the cemetery. We were going to take care of it in-house, so we didn't have to.
Comrade Wolf, I appreciate that. And so to that point, I would ask Daryl Gurnis, please, if there's a point where you're not getting the feedback you need for schedule, then get us a number so we can start to allocate. I don't know if that's a posting or if that needs to come from the board of trustees. So we keep it in a form and shape that those who are, those family members, it's to the level of quality it deserves. And so again, I'm unsure if that means it's got to come to the post for that money, or if, the board needs to figure that out and then present to us.
Money would come out of the cemetery. The cemetery is a separate entity from the post.
Gotcha.
We don't need money. We need bodies. We need boots on the ground. Because we as a post agreed to take this project on. So we need everybody to get on it. It needs to be mowed at least every other week. It's getting later, but every other week that we need. And there's raised plots that need to be a walk behind mower and things to be blown off. And there's a ton of stuff we need to do that we've got planned. Standing up tombstones that have come down over the years. But right now, we just need to get it back in shape.
Probably 2 more times of mow and they'll be done, we'll be done mowing.
Well,
That's except for the weeds.
then we have to mow dandelion, but you can do them every 3 or 4 weeks, but
Thanks for enlightening us again, kind of the separation there. I had forgotten that.
So you know how you taught me how to use that sign up deal for
Yes.
all of our information booth
Correct.
ships? Can they create the same kind? Can the trustees create that, send it out to everyone like I do when I need help? And then people can sign up and then, or have a day that we can all get there and get some training on how to use all the different equipment. Now, Chris had said that you guys were lacking on some equipment. Is that still the case?
well, we're working on that. Yeah, we are planning on buying another mower. We have a 0-turn, like 48 inch to 48 or yeah, 0-turn. We're talking about buying a razor grinder with a bagger on it to do some of the clothes. And so we're not blowing grass on the grave because you drive by and blow grass. Then you got to blow off the tombstones because it looks like if we bag some of that tight stuff. But right now we've got the 0-turn, we got 1 weed eater, we have another one that needs to either be taken in and fixed or replaced. We have a chainsaw. We have a chipper, shredder, and a walk behind, fan propelled walk behind, it's not self-propelled. And that's about what we got right now. We're working on a list.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just thought if we could get, because we know what we're gonna be doing the information booths. If we had, if we come up with a more set in stone, when we need to be there. Other than like we were the, or, Laura, I think.
Do we think that's feasible, putting together something digitally? So we know when folks are coming? Or I guess that can be something the board can discuss with the manager and, you know, can see.
Yeah, we'll get it done. I'll take that on. I'll get that done. I wouldn't mind having the email list of everybody, so I could either go out and just go through Brian, send you the body of the text and everything, and
Yep.
just email it out.
Yep,
Got it.
I could do that. That's
Yeah.
too easy.
I
Yeah.
can even put it on a, let people just click a link.
Yep.
Sign up.
I'll hyperlink it, QR codes, whatever you need,
Okay,
and
I'll
then
put a
push it
link
out to the masses.
Online sign up.
Yep.
And then, but I'll put in dates, so we don't have one here and one there, because every time the drive out there, it's unlocked. But, you know, it only take 4 people, it would only take, 3 hours with 4 people. Get it all done.
If we had another machine.
If, we
If we get it.
One with a push, one with a weed eater, and a drill turn.
Sounds like a good goal.
Who took care of the stuff before us?
I paid a guy $500 to mow it, and 1,000 at the first mow of the season.
So at least now we know what the cost could be. So let's help our fellow organization out and save some funds. Anything else for the cemetery? We're gonna move on.
VFW Post 921 now owns that cemetery.
Correct. Okay. Joint, separate accounts.
The money,
Funds.
separate for liability.
Thank you for the reminder on that. I appreciate it. All right, we can move past that. Okay, so at this point, unless we have, I'm gonna have to reach out to Comrade Wolf here. Do we do initiation of new members now before we go to the order? Is that, because you haven't been sworn in, correct? Should we do that?
We should have done that when we were talking about new membership stuff, but now, yes.
Yeah, we should get you done under new business, sir. So why don't you come on up and then we'll get you sworn in.
Covered it, there, Shane.
Maybe.
It's empty. Yeah. It's a little box. We could have the state surgeon swear him in.
Yeah, that'd be wonderful. State Surgeon White, would you be willing to help this very green senior vice out with initiation, sir?
He'll throw you under the bus.
You didn't expect that.
If he didn't, I was going to.
He knew I would do it. Yeah.
Smaller?
We need to pick it up tomorrow or Thursday. And we're installing it Monday. Okay. Okay. So don't get so bloody. We gotta talk to Bruce too.
Okay, I just so checked.
We're gonna pick that ramp up tomorrow morning. We're gonna install on Monday.
Cool.
And he's gonna ask, he needs one too, so we gotta see if we got the components. He'll come over and get them like he has before.
What's his name?
They need one.
How much do they need?
16-foot straight shot. 16. I think we got plenty. This last time I was there. But it's been a while.
Everyone, please rise. may become a member of the Veterans of Foreign Wars of the United States, it will be necessary for you to take a solemn obligation in which I assure you there is nothing which will conflict with your religious or political belief, your freedom of civilian pursuits, or obligations to your family. Knowing this, are you willing to become a member of this post?
Yes.
You'll raise your right hand, touch the flag of our country with your left hand. You can scoot over to make it easy. Pronounce your name when I pronounce mine, and repeat after me. In the presence of Almighty God.
In the presence of Almighty God.
And the members of this order here assembled.
Meeting of this order of assembled.
I, say your name.
Robert Wormley.
Do of my own free will and accord.
Do of my own free will and accord.
Solemnly promise and declare that.
Solemnly promise and accord that.
I will bear true allegiance.
I will bear true allegiance.
To the Constitution of the United States of America.
To the Constitution of the United States of America.
And I will always be loyal thereto.
I will always be loyal thereto.
I do further solemnly promise and declare.
And also promise,
I do further solemnly promise and declare.
Declare.
That I will comply with the congressional charter.
I will do.
Comply.
I will comply to the congressional
Charter.
By
Laws and ritual of this order.
laws, by ritual of this order.
And I will always be loyal thereto.
I will always be loyal thereto.
That I will never wrong or defraud this organization.
Will never be wrong or defraud this organization.
Nor a member thereof.
Nor a member thereof.
Nor permit any wrong to be done to either.
Nor permit any wrong to be done there either.
If in my power to prevent it.
In my power to prevent it.
I will never propose for membership.
Or never propose membership.
Any person not eligible.
Any person not eligible.
Nor one who I know to be unworthy.
Or anyone that I know to be unworthy.
I will never make known to anyone.
Or never be known to anyone.
Not authorized to receive it.
Not authorized to receive it.
Any of the work of this order.
Any work of this order.
Should my affiliation.
Should my affiliation.
With the Veterans of Foreign Wars of the United States.
With the traditional Veterans of Foreign Wars.
Cease in any way.
Cease in any way.
I will consider this pledge.
I will consider this pledge.
As binding outside of the order.
As binding outside this order.
As though I had remained a member of same.
As I remain member of the same.
All this I promise and pledge.
All this I promise and pledge.
Upon the honor of a true comrade.
As the honor of a true comrade.
And a member of our great republic.
And a member of our great republic.
As you were, great rest. Right. Congratulations. Seated.
All right, so we are at good of the order. And I know that Comrade Wolf's got a update from the state convention from 25 to 29 June.
Commander. On behalf of the Department of Washington, certification recognition appears in the ballpark course 921 in recognition of your outstanding support and contribution to the Department of Washington. Appears in the ballpark program 24-25 program honoring active duty and military families. You want to take pictures so that we put them on the deal. But all this stuff, more stuff we get online, the better we are. Thank you. Veterans of Foreign Wars of the United States Department of Washington. All state VFW posts awarded to Gay Jones Post 921 in recognition of your outstanding achievement in attaining all state post status for 24-25 membership year. This honor is bestowed upon posts that have exceeded 100% +1 in membership and achieved a minimum of 150 program points through exceptional service, dedication, and commitments to the goals and values the Veterans of Foreign Wars. Signed, Perry Taylor, State Commander, Fred Green, State Adjutant. And for those who are new, that I believe is year 14 in a row, in 921, we've made all state. But just a quick one, next year will not be as easy. Incoming state commander, we've been on a point system, no more point system. It's been as long as somebody showed up at the state school of instruction. The quartermaster and the commander have to be at school of instruction this year, September 6th in Yakima. There's only one, yeah, I wanted to let you still Stanley. There's only one. In the past, there's been east side and west side. Commander James has said, no, we're only holding one. And it's gonna be in Yakima at the VFW post in Yakima. They have a nice post. I was there Saturday night. And on a light side here, I have $750 worth of checks that were handed to me as the post representative. Some of it's for membership and can't remember what the others, but they were handed. Dan went to his first convention this past weekend. You had fun?
Was interesting.
It was, yeah, all right. That's all I was gonna say. We were there. Unfortunately, Bruce was feeling a little under the weather, so he couldn't make it. He was the other, and then Elmer fell off a freaking ladder at 76 years old. So anyway, we represented the post. Changes are coming. I have a book I'll get with Commander Cote when he's around. Things are not gonna be, actually, I think they're gonna be better. All reports now will be online. There will be no more mailing of paper anywhere. Everything is gonna be electronic. We're moving the Department of Washington into the
21st century.
2020th. We're still trying to catch up. But anyway, things are moving ahead. It's gonna be a challenge. Next year is gonna be a challenge for all of it. From the state level, we got dug in on starting chair, first commander. It'll be different, but I will get with Commander Cote as soon as I can and let him, I was handed a book at state council administration meeting that outlines all of his new programs. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be exciting, but it's not gonna be easy. So anyway, that's my report.
Sir? Yes, sir.
As the first time to a convention, I didn't know what to expect. So the first meeting I selected was membership and recruitment. That's something that I might be able to help with more than what I've done in the past. One of the things that they suggested was having a booth at a farmer's market. And this would be similar to a setup for a puppy drive or fundraiser. Information booth at a farmer's market. Well, we've got farmer's markets here, so we'll possibly do that. The next meeting I went to was community service. And then they had open business. One of the things they talked about was the national home. There were 42 homes on that site. I remember.
The Eaton River Rapids. 42 Washington State has a home. All the homes our home is full right now. We have a family in there.
103 total, or 123 total residents, and they're celebrating 100 years this year. And talked about the MIA POW. That was a matter of discussion that I was quite interested in. They listed the numbers of missing still from World War II, 1,300 or something like that, and only 6% of those that are missing, they were able to contact 6% of the family members in order to get DNA to cross-check with those they've already found. And I was one of the ones in that 6%, because I lost an uncle in World War II after they dropped bombs on Germany, returning to England, and was shot down. So, what else I got there? That's about all I have. District 1 had 105.5%.
Yep,
Was real good.
we were one of the,
District 1. Wow. Thank you for talking, right?
yeah, of the 100% plus posts in the department, District 1 had 6 out of 8 posts were qualified, the highest percentage in the state. So
Right, great work.
we're still kicking butt, taking names.
I guess that's all I have.
Appreciate it. And I did gloss over one thing under the Adopt Unit Committee. We are marching in the Klahia Day Festival in their parade. That's going to be the 19th. We've got not only our Armed Forces trailer through Comrade English, but our friend Dustin, who brought the 5-ton to the Memorial Day ceremony. So please come and march with us. If you have never done that, get with me afterwards. I'll get your contact info. We can all rendezvous. Okay? Does anyone else have anything?
Sorry, what's the date on that again, Tom?
One last time, that's the July 19th is when the parade is. It's in the morning. I believe it's a 10 a.m. start. So just get down there sometime before that. All that information's on their website. I think it's at 10 a.m. though. Yes.
For all Vietnam veterans here, tomorrow with the senior center here in Snohomish,
It was canceled.
it's canceled.
I forwarded email from Ben Studley. And so what he's getting at is the Congresswoman Del Bene tried to have a pinning. Apparently last second, now she's got to go to DC. I tried to forward that to like Drew and yeah, so we got a last minute consolation. I tried to forward that to everybody I knew who'd gotten it.
When to send out the email to, everybody on Chris asked me to do it, to all the American Legion members.
I
This
see,
is the first I'm hearing this.
yeah, and I CC'd American Legion Post 96.
And yeah, I guess tomorrow morning I'll go on the American Legion and send it out, it's been canceled.
Yeah.
Hold the bar, she's the new commander.
Oh, yeah, it took me a while to write that damn email.
Sorry.
Hey,
I talked to Ben, you know.
the other thing is August 5th, National Night Out. That will be the same night as our next post meeting. So normally it's Eric and I, and who at National Night Out. So that the post is represented and we have signed up people there, informational.
And it's gonna be at by the Boys and Girls Club.
I don't know, he works for the city.
Earl Ingram Park. That's where he usually is.
Yeah.
Not by the apartment.
Yeah,
All right, I'm
don't shoot,
sure
don't
it's still
shoot
gonna
me.
be on the grass field at Averill Field.
So that was, just one last time, August 5th, National Night Out in the PM, same time as the post meeting.
It always falls that way in August, so usually Eric and I and Jim just come with us the last couple times. And Barb has come, maybe she'll come represent the Legion and the VFW, but anyway, that's then.
Alrighty, and so we are coming on 7 o'clock. Thank you for suffering me. Oh, comrade, White.
For guests to speak.
Yeah.
Oh,
You gotta have
apologies.
guests to speak.
Yeah.
Guess, please.
So district stuff first. Evergreen State Fair. The district commander has the email to push out for the sign up. It's on Sign Up Genius. Same thing as last time. Well, for the most part, you get a ticket, you get a parking pass. What's a little bit different is the times have shifted because we're able to get more tickets, more parking passes. So now we have a little bit of flexibility. There's 2 slots in the morning for the first shift, 2 slots for the second shift. We only really need 1 person there. So as long as we get 1 person for every spot or 1 person for every morning slot, evening slot, we're okay. I'll fill in when I can. On the, some things that Otis was touching on about the point system going away, looking at what the system is going to be like next year, this current year, right? I'm confident you guys be all state again. Looking at it, you hit everything. So it's a go, no-go process. The only thing that, and what actually had me dig into this, is the rules have changed on quarterly audits. So the quartermaster brought it up, and that's something you're gonna have to figure out soon, because the deadline for that audit to be turned in is July 31st. So your quartermaster is gonna have to do the audit, get it together, and get together with the trustees to get it signed and sent to department by July 31st. I feel his pain as a post quartermaster who has had to deal with post meetings on the 1st of the month. It's never fun. But that's probably the big thing that's gonna, because you gotta get it in. So I want to make sure you mention it just so it doesn't get lost, because I don't want to see anything hold back this post from being all state again. And the membership has reduced as far as what we need to do. It's no longer 100 plus 2, it's now 100 plus 1. So it'll be slightly easier. And then there's also requirements for the captain of the all-state team. So we'll be able to share that with you later. But the big thing is essentially, if the audit in, do what you did last year, you're gonna be fine.
One thing we need to do is get things in. Delegate fees and delegate letters to convention or specific days. If you miss it this coming year, we're toast. Our delegate list didn't get in, and I had to pick up our delegate cards over there. I was communicating back and forth. They didn't get in on time, and the fees got to be in. The dates will be posted.
Good knowledge, proactive planning is what it sounds like.
Yeah, everything has to be in, and really June 1st. So it's just right before the convention, so it shouldn't be difficult to get that in. But otherwise, that's all the early info. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot more coming out at School of Instruction. And there's a Department School of Instruction, and then the next Saturday is the District School of Instruction. So that's gonna be a busy week for your post leadership and your post quartermaster. So, nice.
Be July 12th.
The School of Instruction, September
Six,
6th
8,
and 13th for district.
district will be at 2100. We'll have meetings before then.
Yeah.
It's much more, Carmen James, it's be there or forget, I'll say, forget things. You know, you gotta do it or you're done. It's not, no flex.
Right, that's all I have.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else have anything? Go to the order. Last call. All righty. There being no further business, we'll have our closing ceremony. All rise. Comrade Chaplain, you will deliver the closing prayer. Attention, is over. Parade rest.
Mighty God, the hour has come when we must part. We commit ourselves to thy care Thou who art our strong tower of defense and our protection, grant that in life's battles we may be strong and brave, living such lives of stainless integrity as shall reflect honor upon our country and the veterans of foreign wars of the United States. And glorify thy holy name. May thy good providence shield us from all harm. Watch over those who even now guard the gates of freedom and bring us together again in true comradeship and peace. Amen.
Attention, cover, and salute. Ready, two. Comrades, I now declare this business session of VFW Post 921 closed. Our next regular meeting will be held at American Legion Post 96
August 5th.
on August 5th at 6 p.m. Thank you for coming. Pizza will be upstairs.
It's going to be here in about 5 minutes. I have to come in about 5 minutes.
Great job, man.
All right, take care, guys.
Great job.
Yeah, money, I need it.